Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Wellcamp quarantine camp could be used for returning cruise ship passengers who have tested positive to COVID-19. Queensland Attorney General Shannon Fentiman has deflected criticism of the government's lease on a quarantine facility near Toowoomba, arguing it remains a worthwhile investment. The Wellcamp facility has only hosted 504 people since opening in February. Ms Fentiman said the government would be talking to the cruise ship industry about how the 1,000-bed facility could be used for passengers who test positive to COVID-19. "We don't know what is around the corner, and we're still experiencing COVID, and there are still people there today," she said. Ms Fentiman insisted the Queensland Regional Accommodation Centre, built by the Wagner Corporation with the support of the state government, remained useful and necessary. "That comes back to the federal government not stepping up and doing what it was responsible for, and that was quarantine, so we acted. It has been used and is still being used, and I believe it will continue to be used going forward." She said the costs of the facility would remain commercial in confidence. A state government spokesperson said as of Friday there were 72 people isolating at the facility. The spokesperson said 504 people had used the Wellcamp facility since it opened, which included 296 isolation guests and 208 quarantine accommodation guests. It is no longer mandatory for overseas arrivals to quarantine. Queensland recorded 7 COVID-related deaths in the past 24 hours on Saturday. There have been more than 7,200 new infections and 513 people were being treated for the virus in hospital. Earlier this year, a government source revealed the state contributed $48.8 million towards the construction of the facility, while media reports have speculated that the total price tag for the first year of operation would be $190 million. Opposition Leader David Crisafulli said the building of the facility at Wellcamp could have been part of an argy-bargy between the state and federal governments. "If that is the case, it is really sad, because taxpayers' money deserves to be treated sacrosanct," he said. The federal government's quarantine facility, on Crown land at Pinkenba in Brisbane's east, is expected to open in a matter of weeks. Finance Minister Simon Birmingham said the Pinkenba facility would serve Australia for decades to come. "Just like the facility that we have at Howard Springs in the Northern Territory has served us so usefully over the last couple of years," Mr Birmingham said. "These facilities, I expect, will be able to serve future health crises or future pandemic situations just as they will be able to respond to natural disaster emergencies in the provision of emergency accommodation, or humanitarian crises from overseas." Queensland's Deputy Opposition Leader Mr Bleijie said the estimated cost of the Wellcamp facility was more than $200 million. "Every day they make a new excuse of what this facility is going to be useful for because they never planned it properly," Mr Bleijie said. "Is the government really suggesting that when cruise ships arrive, they're not going to use this facility, Pinkenba, for a cruise ship terminal that is just down the road? They're going to send them on a bus out to Wellcamp, a facility in Toowoomba?" Mr Bleijie said the state government is still paying for hotel quarantine as part of contract deals with hotels, despite them no longer being used.